bonsoir, c'est Aegon, bienvenue dans ce nouvel épisode de Vampyr, le 10e. Merci à Monsieur Okami FR pour ton follow, merci à vous, merci aux 262 personnes qui me suivent. Alors, qu'est-ce qui nous attend aujourd'hui? Bonjour au bot de Twitch. Spot, Electrical Longboard, Apple, Pad Apple, Commander Route, Restream, Streamlabs. Les informations au sujet de l'endroit où se trouve Sean Upton. Je n'étais pas déjà. Rien par là. Salut Nours Gaming, tiens, j'ai pas vu que t'étais passé sur le live.
Good evening, Miss Cox.
Hello again, Dr. Reed. What do you want?
J'ai pas discuté déjà avec elle, Edwina. Ah si, j'ai déjà parlé.
What can you tell me about your work?
I'm a businesswoman. I buy and sell things, and I send my wet boot boys after anyone who don't play nice with me.
Gang member and shopkeeper. Can't be easy running double shifts.
If you're interested, I may find use of a doctor who can freely walk across the city, you know.
I'm looking for Mr. Sean Hampton. Do you know where I could find him?
The sad saint? I heard he was mugged or something.
Yes, he was. But he left hospital recently.
You don't say. Well, I suppose it's good news for the homeless and the useless. Ask them, they must know something.
Goodbye, Miss Cox.
Les doc list.
Pleasure, sir. Been a while since we've seen any new faces round here.
Alors. Bah non, c'est là où je suis.
Mark my words, miss.
Tiens, je
These
pense
murders are the work
Not a
of...
drop of blood left in his body. This is the work of a vampire.
I'm a tracker of these creatures. A vampire hunter.
You'd best be off to your hunting then. For if the sewer dog is back, and hunting all these poor folk, he needs a catching.
A sewer dog? What's it look like?
It's an old story. A monster with daggers for teeth and icy claws. He comes of a sudden, nighttime, claiming innocence, then vanishes.
Teeth, claws, murders by night? Your sewer dog is my business. He's the kind of prey I hunt, milady. Good evening, sir. Have you witnessed any suspicious activity or strange events recently?
And what do you define as a strange event? More to the point, who are you?
My name is Ichabod Throgmorton, vampire hunter extraordinaire and warden of the East End.
A vampire hunter? Really?
I know what you're thinking. I'm just another lunatic howling at the moon, but I'm not. The bloodsuckers exist, and they're close.
Mr. Throgmorton, I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. I'd like to hear more about these vampires you're hunting.
A man of science? Well, I'll be glad to enlighten you.
What can you tell me about this neighborhood?
Did you hear about what happened to Jack Gillingham? Oh boy. It's a shame I wasn't around to protect him.
It's impossible to protect everyone. The violence seems endemic in this part of town.
But it's my duty. I am convinced Jack Gillingham was killed by a vampire. These evil rodents are spreading like a plague.
Des vampires.
So, how exactly are you protecting these people? I'm curious.
I patrol late at night, investigating anything unusual. I try and encourage people to stay indoors, but people are careless.
Et besoin d'aide, comment faites-vous pour identifier un vampire?
How do you identify a vampire?
It's simple, really. They can't stand daylight. They're afraid of garlic and holy symbols. They also cannot enter a house without being invited.
Have you ever killed one of these creatures? Yourself, I mean.
Of course I have. What kind of question is that? It's a dirty business, believe me.
Can I help in any way?
Actually, yes. I plan to put up posters to alert the population to the vampire threat.
Are you asking me to paste posters about vampires around the docks?
If you wouldn't mind. If you did that, then I can focus on my patrols.
Nouvelle enquête.
Have you heard of the Guard of Prewen?
Of course. They're dedicated hunters. A little militant for my taste, but they do let anyone join.
Were you ever tempted to join the Guard yourself?
I did think about it, but I'm more of a silent hunter. They're more of a sanitary militia.
So you hunt alone? That sounds risky.
Vampires are just like every other predator. They hunt when they're hungry and follow certain patterns. It's just a matter of observation and patience.
Tu sais que t'as un vampire juste en face de toi? Ouais, il a pas remarqué qu'il y avait un vampire en face de lui.
I'm looking for Sean Hampton. Can you help me, Mr. Throgmorton?
The sad saint? He should be at his night asylum at this hour. But I cannot tell you how to find it, sorry.
Really? Why is that?
It's nothing personal, Doctor. I'm sure your intentions are good, but people who sleep there, they have plenty of reasons to hide.
Maybe at least you can tell me who could help me find him.
Tell you what, go and chat with Tom Watts. He's a bartender and good judge of character. If he talks to you, then it's fine by me.
Goodbye. And good hunting, Mr. Throgmorton. Good evening, sir.
Whatever.
Don't you recognize me? We met a few nights ago.
Don't take it personally. I spent a lot of energy forgetting what I did the night before.
Yes, you had definitely drunk too much then as well. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed.
I'm Dyson Delaney. I'll try to remember you. This time.
Inebriation aside, do you...
Yes.
Take this, then. And perhaps you could try to slow down the alcohol intake, too.
Hey, Doc, you don't really want me to stop the only remedy I can afford.
What do you do for a living, Mr. Delaney?
I drink. I drink in the morning and at noon. I drink at night. And then I drink some more.
Why do you drink so much?
Maybe it's because I prefer dying slowly. Death can be so abrupt. Personally, I like to see mine coming at my own pace.
You sound very sad, sir.
That's because I am, Doc.
Don't you work at all?
I'd love to, but I don't have the time. Didn't I tell you? Drink in the morning and at noon. I drink at night.
Is there anything in particular that you like about this part of town? Except for the cheap drinks, I mean.
How dare you say such a thing? I love this neighborhood. So friendly, so joyful.
Ah, attendez. Micro. Oh, un peu décalé mon micro. Il n'y a donc aucune raison de se réjouir. Oula.
Why are you so cynical?
Cynicism is the polite way to express despair, Doctor.
No reason at all to rejoice, then? Life is hopeless and then we die, is that it?
Let me tell you a story.
All right. Go on.
A few years ago, when I believed a resolute man could change things around here for good, a tragedy occurred nearby.
What kind of tragedy?
It was a bomb. Bomb that exploded and killed many people. Metal and blood everywhere. Shouts, fire, broken window of the shoe shop, the torn streetlight.
You lost people you loved that day, didn't you?
I've lost everything. But you know what the worst part is? I don't even remember where it happened. I've drunk so much to forget it. And now I can't remember where it was. I can't pay my homage to the dead.
I'm sorry, Mr. Delaney.
It's okay. If you ever find the place, just leave a flower for me there. Even if you tell me where it is. I'm not sure I'd memorize it.
Surely you must have had dreams and expectations when you were young, like everybody else.
Sure. I wanted things to change. To really change, and to change for good. The bigger the dream, the harder the fall.
Sounds like you were an idealist, which is honorable.
No, sir. I was an anarchist, and I believed that exclusive property is a robbery in nature. I wanted a new world to rise from the ashes, Dr. Reed.
Anarchiste radical, convaincu quand il était plus jeune.
Do you really think the world is that bad?
No, I believe we all can choose to make it better. But most of us are too weak, too corrupt and too guilty. I failed for sure, but others will come.
I want to know more about your past as an anarchist, Dyson.
I'm still an anarchist, Doctor, make no mistake. I just reject violence as a tool to change the world, unlike my comrades.
Donc, au revoir, mon camarade.
Do you believe in a bloodless revolution, then?
I do not believe in much anymore, Doctor. But I'll admit I like your idea of peaceful change. I like it a lot.
Do you still see your comrades, then? Even if you don't agree with their methods anymore, I mean.
No. I hope they'll come to share my point of view one day. I'll raise my glass to that splendid idea.
I'm looking for Mr. Sean Hampton. Do you know where I could find him?
I really don't know. I heard he'd been abducted. I don't know if he's back.
Who could tell me, then?
About the sad saint? I'll try asking Tom what's about him.
Toujours sous
Goodbye,
mois.
Mr. Delaney.
So few clients. What with the epidemic, no one...
Good evening, Tom.
Good evening, sir. How are you tonight? Back to the docks, are we?
You remember me, then?
Of course I do. You're that man who seemed so lost when he entered my bar a few nights ago.
Thank you for your hospitality. I'm Jonathan Reed, by the way.
I'm still Tom Watts. Welcome back, Doctor.
What can you tell me about this part of town?
It's not that bad. Thanks to people like the sad saint of the East End.
Who?
Sean Hampton, our own private holy figure. Few are foolish enough to make peace with the gangs. Sean is one of them.
How is it you can keep this place open? This part of town doesn't seem particularly safe.
Well, since everybody needs a drink, my pub is considered neutral ground by most groups.
You're something of a figurehead around here.
I'm only pouring alcohol for everyone to forget their troubles. Sean Hampton is the one giving them long-term hope.
Since I'm here, is there anything I can do?
Well, perhaps, Doctor. Peace partly depends on my stock of gin. With the epidemic, my supplies are running low.
How could a physician help you in this matter?
I have a small warehouse just past the quarantine line. Perhaps, with you being a doctor, you could go there and come back?
Doctors aren't immune to disease, you know. Very well. Show me where it is. I'll see what I can do.
Oh, thank you, sir. Here's the key to get in. You're about to save many dry throats.
I see. So you get pressure from all sides about how this place should be run, do you?
Or something like that. Nothing that a few wise words and a bottle of gin can't solve.
Sabrina seems very fond of you, Tom.
I like her too, I really do. I know I'm her boss, and I'm much older and all. But I like her, for sure.
What is bothering you, then?
Sabrina is an angry one. She wears it like a coat. I'm not sure I can make her shed that anger. It hurts to see her like that.
Tom, I need to find Sean Hampton as quickly as possible. I've been told you could help me.
I heard the sad saint was recovering at Pembroke Hospital. Did he leave or something?
Il est retourné voir ses protégés.
I believe he returned to his flock. Can you confirm that?
Oh, I bet you're right. Sean can't help but worry about the poor and sick. Oh, I guess it has something to do with what happened to him as a baby.
Please, tell me.
Well, I don't like to gossip, but I heard that the sad saint was abandoned as a baby in front of a Catholic orphanage in Dublin. That would explain his faith and need to help everyone.
The important thing is I find him, quickly.
Why not try his night asylum? He takes care of those who need a meal or a roof there.
Where is it?
It's in an old warehouse, northwest of here. Just follow the bank to the west and go north when you reach the end of the pier.
Goodbye, Mr. Watts.
Should have offered a drink to the boy. Be he cursed or not, he's
Evening,
just
miss.
Well, I never. That's a first. Customers who make that much mess rarely come back. Never mind in fancy togs.
I'm much more myself than when we first met. By the way, I'm Jonathan, Dr. Jonathan Reed.
Welcome back to the Turquoise Turtle then, Doctor. I'm Sabrina Cavendish. How can I help you?
What can you tell me about this area?
People don't appreciate that line of questioning round here. You best be more careful with what you say, sir.
You look concerned, Miss Cavendish.
This is a bad borough. Most people I know are afraid. Most locals will rob you blind, or worse. You best mind your step.
So you and your friends all feel in danger? No exceptions?
Tom's the only exception I've come across until now. But he's not like everybody else.
This place seems, how shall I put it, very colourful. I'm sure it has plenty of stories to tell.
We get people of all sorts here. It's that rare place in the docks where you can have a drink without being murdered. At least it's not happened yet.
Your boss must be quite the negotiator to force such an agreement.
Yeah. Tom's a great bloke. Mr. Hampton, who runs the night asylum, he's the only other man that's able to keep peace around here.
This place seems...
We get people of all...
So this bar is...
Yeah. Tom's convinced.
Excuse my curiosity.
Something bothering you?
Believe me, I never judge someone.
If that's true, you'd be one of the few...
I'm sorry if I...
Nosy. Me da...
Sabrina, tell me about your true feelings for your boss.
I love Tom. Not ashamed of it. Don't care if the customers joke about it, neither.
Who's mocking you?
I mean, we're always together. People will talk, won't they?
Does Tom love you?
Yeah, but he's always reluctant to take it further. It's not because I'm younger, or because of the colour of my skin. He hates jokes about us.
Miss Cavendish, would you be willing to help me locate Sean Hampton?
You better ask Tom, sir.
Why not answer me directly?
We respect the privacy of our customers here.
Goodbye, Miss Cavendish.
Ok, donc j'ai parlé à eux.
Times like
Ça c'est
these,
bon.
a good drink's just as likely to cause a problem as to solve one.
Ravage de sonne. Et après, j'avais un autre truc à chercher là. La bouteille de machin là.
Poor Jack. He didn't deserve this.
I should have offered a drink to the boy. I should have offered a drink to the boy. Be he cursed or not, he's just another lost.
Y'a rien.
Drink's just as likely to cause a problem as to solve one.
Il est plus là le cadavre.
Get them weapons ready! Filthy piece of shit! Disappeared into thin air!
J'ai failli y passer. Lol. C'est plus que des trucs de là. Le mec il était en train de bouffer Les trucs, le loup-garou, il disait rien. C'est normal.
Seems like the guard of Pre-Res on Shorthampton's trail, too.
Bloody monster! Cross the leak, boys!
On peut rien looter là. On tue le mec et on peut pas looter. Non.
The wounds on this corpse are deep, the result of rabid rage. If this is Sean's doing, he's become a murderous beast.
Christ! He's dead! Die, vermin! Steady, boy! We've got one of them! Stay back!
I have this thirst for blood.
Good evening. I'm Dr. Reed. Do you need any help?
Rest assured, I will help you, sir. Martin Nightingale, at your service. Please, take a look at my wares.
Your merchandise. I don't really see anything worth having. No offense.
None taken, sir. But please, I need to eat. Perhaps if you keep looking, you'd see something that takes your fancy.
Show me what you have to offer then, Mr. Nightingale.
Are you certain you're not lost, sir? You seem quite a stranger to these parts.
Putain. Où est le truc que je viens d'acheter là? Non, c'est pas ça.
Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. May I come in?
I already took my medication, Doctor. But thank you.
I'm sorry. Your medication? Have we met before?
Don't tease me like that, Jack. Sorry, what?
I think I should come in, miss. I'd like to check if everything is okay, what with the epidemic spreading across London.
An epidemic, you say? How terrible. I had no idea. But where are my manners? Please do come in, Doctor. You are a doctor, yes? So, Dr. Tippett, what brings you back here? I heard whispers you had a job at that fancy hospital.
I told you my name is Jonathan Reed. Don't you remember?
Of course I do. I remember my name too. Gillingham. But you may call me Enid, Doctor. I'm very happy to see you again.
Do you require medical...
I'm glad you asked.
I'll try my best. Here, take this. And please, try to get some rest.
Thank you, Doctor. Thank you very much.
What can you tell me about this part of town?
Oh, no. I don't gossip. That would be most unbecoming of a lady such as myself.
Who are the more influential figures on the docks?
Well, I heard about some terrible illness going around. I would say in that case that it's you, Dr. Tippett.
Is anyone taking care of you, Miss Gillingham?
My son is always here to take care of me. He's a good boy like that, but I do worry that he needs to start living his own life. I would never say that to him, of course.
I'm looking for a Sean Hampton. Do you know where I might find him?
Sean Hampton, you say? Oh, the name does seem vaguely familiar, but alas, I cannot recall from where.
Goodbye, Miss Gillingham.
Il y a un cabinet médical, non? Je vous des valises, madame. Hein.
It's
T'inquiète
locked.
pas. enquête. On va se retrouver avec 50 millions d'enquêtes. Ok, dans le quartier, non. Comment ça fait beau? Il y a 4-5 enquêtes. Ah, nord, archer.
I know I've got something that'll strike your fancy. If not, I'll find you something.
It's locked, all right. Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. May I have your attention for a minute?
Good evening, sir. My name is Giselle Paxton, but I don't have time for men like you.
Have we met before?
No, but I just need to look at your fancy clothes to know that you must be desperate to visit the docks at night.
That's quite judgmental of you.
Sir, I've led enough strikes when I had a job to identify you as an enemy of the working class.
What can you tell me about this vicinity?
Tell you what, just spend a few weeks here, and then ask me that question again. If you're still alive, I mean.
If you have something to say, say it. I'm
Ouais,
getting
dis
tired.
clairement ce que tu penses de moi.
Oh, you want information instead? Well, here's some for you. Giselle Paxton does not like you at all, Doctor.
You don't know me, Miss Paxton, and yet you see me as an enemy.
Your manners, your clothes, your words tell me everything about you, sir. I know your kind, and you don't belong here.
Oh no, Miss Paxton, you really don't know my kind. You have no idea who I am.
All right, okay. No need to get all worked up.
You speak of strikes and class enemy. Am I right to assume you're involved in trade union activism?
You bet I am. Well, I was. Nowadays, I'm just another worker blacklisted by the big companies.
You lost your job because of your beliefs.
Those bastards really hate a worker who refuses slave wages and unsafe conditions, especially when it's a woman.
Isn't the whole point of trade unions to help workers in need? Why don't they support you?
A few nights back, I lost the money my companions had asked me to hide. With me and my sister being penniless, they thought I stole it.
What really happened?
I drank too much that night. Strange men saw me count the money in that bar. Some sort of militia in uniform. I'm sure they robbed me.
Nouvelle enquête.
I'm looking for Sean Hampton. Can you help me?
What is it you want? Does he owe you money? Has he displeased your Royal Highness? I'm no snitch, Mr. Fancy Pants.
Well, I'll leave you for now. Goodbye, Miss Paxton.
Ouais, non, on ramasse pas mal de choses qui traînent. Ouais, est-ce que là j'ai bien fouillé? cette sorte de clinique.
Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. Can I help you?
A fancy doctor lurking at night by the docks? Not fishy at all.
And what about you? Working outside at night in this dangerous part of town?
You want to know my secret? I'm trying to earn money. And I'm Lottie Paxton, by the way.
Tiens, c'est la sœur de l'autre.
What can you tell me about this place? How are things here?
It may be okay for a strong girl like me, but a dandy doctor from the city like yourself, you better watch your back, Mr. Reed.
Which local dangers must I avoid?
Well, the gangs, the thieves, the drunks, the jobless. A man with your fancy clothes will attract a lot of attention.
Well, I am not someone so easily intimidated.
Glad to hear that. And if you get into trouble, you can always seek help at Hampton's shelter. No one would dare to be violent there.
Is it not dangerous to work here at night?
As long as I have good legs, I can run away from trouble. The sad saint now provides me and my sister a bed and a roof. I don't want to lose that.
What can you tell me about the sad saint?
It's just the nickname of Hampton, the sad saint of the East End. He gave me shelter, and he is not always sad.
Are you homeless, Miss Paxton?
Mr. Hampton's night asylum is our new home now. It's a safe place for me and my sister.
I'm looking for Sean Hampton. Can you help me?
Mr. Hampton must be in his office at the night asylum he manages, I suppose. Why do you want to see him?
He was a patient of mine at the Pembroke Hospital, but he left abruptly.
I see. Well, Mr. Hampton is a discreet and dedicated man. I'm sure you'll find him soon enough.
Goodbye, Miss Paxton.
I hope the turquoise turtles.
Come now, Lottie. There is still much work to do.
Lottie.
It's locked.
Ah bah tiens, la fameuse bombe. Ok, cache-cache. Ah, c'est les égouts, ça.
It's locked.
Tiens.
Why the long face, Doctor?
Oh, les yeux.
It looks like we both have changed a lot. I must confess, it saddens me, Sean.
Put your faith in the Lord, Doctor. He has a plan for all of us. We may not always see it, but he does.
Since you left Pembroke, the amount of blood that has been shed, it's hard to believe you, Sean.
Ask what you will. As the Lord is my shepherd, I will not speak a lie to you.
Aren't you afraid of what you've become?
We are blessed, Doctor. Can't you see it? The Lord has made us able to walk amongst the plague and aid those that need it.
Do you think this is a blessing when God's own house and holy symbols repel you?
If that is your burden, Doctor, so be it. But I do not fear the cross, nor am I forced to take the life of another. My kind doesn't share your imperfections.
Why did you kill Miss Jones at the Pembroke Hospital?
Killed old Harriet? You must be mad, Doctor. Why would I do such a thing?
So you claim Miss Jones' death was not by your hand, nor the other incidents at Pembroke?
Though Harriet was an angry, spiteful woman, she was one of God's creatures. I have nothing but love for all he has made.
But you were close to her.
Of course. But she was lost, separated from the fold. She did not see the hand of the divine in my blessed condition.
People have been murdered. I've seen the blood. I don't believe you can be trusted.
Have a little faith, Doctor. If you will follow, I will guide you to the light.
How do you plan to do that?
Take this key of the old sewers. The entrance is by the riverbank, south from here. There you'll find all the proof you need.
Very well. You have definitely intrigued me. I hope you're right, Sean.
I'll be here when you return. If you still think I'm a threat then, well, I'll surrender myself to your judgment.
On dirait que sa tête est plus grande que son corps. Papier brûlé. Il y a du sang derrière. Là. Une armoire qui cache un passage. Pistolet pas comment. Cache-cache, mission des citoyens. Parler à l'homme qui se cache dans les égouts. Attends, ça... Ah oui. J'ai une quête, deux quêtes, trois quêtes dans le même truc. Ah, j'ai deux quêtes là. Ah, non, dialogue disponible. Ah, je peux passer d'un côté et de l'autre. Si on trouvait des fleurs de Gisèle Paxton. Est-ce qu'on peut sortir par là?
I promised you I'd make everything right, Mum. But it's not been that simple.
À éviter.
Are you deaf?
C'est qui ça?
This could be the public house Giselle Paxton mentioned. I should investigate further. Giselle's stolen money. Everyone has some unethical ways of financing their war.
Donc là, on se rapprocherait.
To each man his duty. Every hole without a rat could be hiding in plain.
He does it for us!
Shit, that leech is fast!
Bloody leech! Turn around.
Bon, j'arrive toujours pas à trouver ce 56. Ce serait où l'entrée? Là j'ai fait juste demi-tour. Ah bah non, je suis déjà allé là. Je pensais qu'il... Pas une entrée par là.
Best state. Snitch! Walk with me.
Ah, je suis déjà venu. Bon, il doit y avoir une entrée, mais alors où c'est? Ah non. On va passer par là. Il y a du qu'à 100 mètres, mais alors là... Ici, là. Pas comment... Elle est ici. Qui se cache dans les égouts. Tout le temps.
The wet boots shouldn't be fighting each other. They've got bigger problems elsewhere. Hum. 2000. Ça rien. Ah, fatale erreur. Ah, parce que... apparemment, j'ai le jeu qui a craché. Il a bien sauvegardé.
Bonjour, Nachos 92. Bon, est-ce qu'il a bien sauvegardé? J'espère. Avant de cracher.
I can't believe I'm doing this. This is despicable.
Bon, alors j'ai toujours pas trouvé. Mec à 156 mètres là. Comment on fait pour rentrer dans les égouts ici là? Qu'est-ce que je dans les égouts? Ah, attends, les égouts. Ah, peut-être qu'il fallait les deux en même temps en fait. Tiens, ils sont là les mecs.
Ain't safe here for a gentleman.
Bon, désolé, je voulais juste t'assommer. En fait. Voilà, attends.
Over there!
Trouver l'entrée des égouts.
This one's mine!
Alors, l'entrée des égouts serait par là. Ici. Depuis tout à l'heure, je tourne autour. J'espère que le son et l'image sont bien de votre côté.
That doesn't work. So that's it. These wheels control the water level. That doesn't work.
Ah oui, j'ouvre là-bas.
That doesn't work. That doesn't work.
42 mètres. Explorer les égouts.
It's locked.
Tu l'as activé là, non? Si. Voilà, je pense que ça serait pour sortir des égouts. Ouais, donc ça peut pas être là.
That doesn't work. Là-bas. On va se TP. Alors il faut attendre que tout ça se remplisse, non? Ça ferait ça mettrait un peu beaucoup de temps pour remplir là. Mais là je vois pas. Ça veut pas. That doesn't work.
Non. Alors là. chose derrière. Je vois pas ce que je loupe donc. Ah, c'est ça que tout à l'heure je cherche. C'est aussi.
That gate should shut properly now.
Ah oui, maintenant ça va devoir se fermer. Quelqu'un qui a disparu. Salut à X17. Qui a disparu. On entend quelque chose là qui despawn.
I can't believe I'm doing this. This is despicable.
Bon, par contre là on peut pas. Merde, je me trompais de touche. T'es sûr que t'avais besoin de sauter là? Oula.
These maggots have escaped the wrath of Ascalon for too long. It is time to purge the sewers of their filth.
You again! The one they call the sewer dog.
Hold your tongue, newborn, or I'll crush you like a maggot.
You've let the beast consume you.
Finally! A touch of lucidity. So learn to respect the laws of Ascalon! Whence you vanished, I'll slaughter these skulls while singing your name! I shall tear thee apart and spill thy blood to the pissing wells! I shall crush you. Down.
Heureusement que je suis en mode d'histoire. Terrasser la bête. Mais non, j'aurais été en mode normal, là je me faisais exploser la tronche. Y a pas d'autre loot là? C'est tout? Explorer les égouts, parler à l'homme qui se cache dans les égouts. En plus j'étais même pas venu pour ça. Donc là il y a un truc là. J'étais même pas venu pour ça. Faut tuer la bête là. Si j'ai rien loupé. Apparemment non. Non. Ouais. Non. Bon. Allons voir là. Ah.
At least one skull escaped Virgil's wrath. The poor creature is bleeding to death. He cannot be far.
De toute façon, on peut pas sauter là. On s'enfonce de plus en plus là.
How could he have made it this far? There's blood everywhere.
J'étais pas là tout à l'heure. Ah oui, j'étais là, j'étais là. D'accord.
Safe we are, still. Drink now.
Bless you, Bridget.
This isn't the blood of a vampire, but it will quench your thirst.
Ouais.
This is our domain, not yours. You've been warned.
Wait, I saved you from this creature. That must count for something.
Thank you. Now go. Go back to the streets and houses. There is no love lost between us, vampire. But thank you.
C'est notamment envoyé ici. Il semblait si triste.
Sean Hampton sent me here. I believe he wanted me to find you. Who are you?
If you must know, They call me Old Bridget, and this shelter is where we live.
I'm Jonathan Reed. I'm a newborn Egon. I'm afraid I'm not sure what's going on.
I shall not bend a knee, young Egon, but I sense your pain. Ask, and I will afford you my attention.
Pourquoi cette créature est allée?
Why was that creature after you?
Fergal is the blunt instrument of the Ascalon Club. His masters would see us dead or turned into slaves if they had their way.
Était Fergal.
What the hell was that thing? He wasn't an Ekon or a Scow.
They are known as Volkod, an ancient offshoot of immortals. Blood drives them, enrages them.
What of this Ascalon Club?
Vampire society's elite in the Empire. They make the rules and enforce their judgment upon us whom they see as lessers.
So was it you that Sean Hampton sent me to find?
Perhaps. The sad saint was always kind to us. He must trust you if he revealed our location.
The guard of Prewan is hunting him. He is suspected of murder.
The Scars have always been hunted by humans and vampires alike. I teach them how to survive against the odds.
Sean killed a patient of mine. And that's just one of the murders he's being hunted for.
If you refer to Harriet, she is now among us and under our protection.
Harriet Jones is alive. That's it. That's the proof Sean wanted me to find. I must talk to her.
No. Harriet is not alive. But you can speak to her. I must warn you. She is fragile and may not receive you warmly.
I don't understand.
She is filled with bile and hate. Her mind is sharp as a tack, but her body is so weak. I've never seen its like before. She is resting in a room on the far right of this hideout.
Thank you. I will bear that in mind.
Ok. Eh bien moi, je vais faire une petite pause ici. Et je vous dis, je suis de retour d'ici 5 minutes environ. Ah, je vois que monsieur Okami FR est passé, mais il est reparti tout de suite. Dommage, j'aurais pu le remercier pour son follow. Bon, alors, on devait aller voir Madame Henriette Jones. Voilà, elle a dit à droite. Hein.
Eternal gratitude for your protection, Master.
We're at your mercy. Will you end us?
Tant que vous m'attaquez pas, moi j'achève pas. Inconnu.
Old Bridget says you are one to trust.
How is London? I've not seen beyond these walls in such a long time.
Apparemment, il y a un refuge là. Est-ce qu'entre les refuges, je peux me TP? Masse commune 121. Ah, il est repassé à stable. Est-ce que ça, je peux encore l'améliorer? Non. Est-ce que je peux pas les recycler, ces machins-là? 121, 145, 116.
Hello, Harriet. Do you recognize me?
Yes, you were from the Pembroke Hospital. The young doctor. So full of secrets.
I've so many questions I need to ask you, Harriet. If you would.
I love questions. As for the answers, you may not like them.
Je savais pas qu'on pouvait tourner autour en fait.
Your room, the blood. What brought you to fake your death in such a gruesome fashion?
To see if I would be mourned.
Vous avez-vous enfié un gars? Avez-vous plaisir à tolérer les autres?
Why flee with Sean Hampton?
Oh, it's always a pleasure to see a saint fall to sin. But the coward still won't kill.
Do you take pleasure in causing so much pain and sorrow?
Nobody gave a damn about me. Not a tear shed. Poor Harriet. Always the discarded.
On comprend pourquoi.
Why did you come here?
And why not? This is where I live now. Leave me be.
Will you respect old Bridget's wishes? Will you obey her?
Bridget is kind. She only needs to keep me fed and I'll be good.
So you desire to stay here?
Yes, I'm with my own kind. Birds of a feather, so to speak. Poor Harriet. Always alone.
How do you feel?
I can't see.
Have you tried to eat or drink something?
People here tried to...
Does the...
It is not...
I have a question of the utmost importance to ask. Will you answer?
Questions, questions, questions. The good doctor, always searching for answers.
Do you remember what you did after leaving the hospital? Did you kill anyone?
First, a question from me. You answer first.
Very well then. What do you want to know?
Are you like me? Are you also dead?
Je ne suis pas un scan, nous sommes tous les deux des morts vivants, je ne sais pas du tout.
No, I'm not, Harriet. I've no taste for revenge, nor do I enjoy the suffering of others.
I like what I am. I truly do. I relish the pain that courses through me.
I know you fled the hospital with Sean Hampton. Did you or Sean kill anyone in your flight? Anyone? Try and remember.
I will not lie. I wanted blood, and I wanted revenge, and Sean pulled me from it, brought me here instead. But the shadows heard my prayers. The shadows killed that bastard.
Who was that man? The one murdered in the street?
He used to be my landlord. I lived here for many years before falling ill. Oh, he was an awful man. Disgusting and cruel. So cruel.
Shadows? Tell me what you saw.
The shadows, they heard me and answered. Something in the deep darkness. Quick, deadly. It asked me if I wanted revenge. I answered, yes.
And these shadows, this presence, do you still hear it? Was it a vampire? Did Sean see it?
It spoke only to me, and now it is silent, but it is born of hatred. And it will kill again. And it hates you, Doctor. Oh, it hates you.
What makes you say that?
It whispered your name, Dr. Reed. It wanted to know who you were and where you went.
Questions about me? What did you say?
Nothing, Doctor. I said nothing. There was nothing it didn't already know. Oh, I'm tired now. Let me rest.
Et le confronter. Attends.
Have you found the answers you were looking for, young Ekon?
There is too much left unanswered. So many questions.
Get to know us, spend time with us, and I may be willing to answer more questions.
Your diction, your words. You do not carry yourself like most Skulls I've encountered.
True. I'm not like most Skulls.
You were once someone else. What happened to you?
It is as sad as it is long, young Ekon, but it will remain mine.
Can I be of service to you?
We ask but one thing. Reveal to no one our secrets. Do not betray us.
For how long have you been in hiding here?
Skulls have been hiding under London since vampires first entered the city.
Where did you hide before the sewers?
We claimed ancient tunnels, forgotten caverns, catacombs. We are Skulls, groveling beneath the feet of our makers.
What manner of creature is Harriet? She is different from everyone else.
I really don't know. I'm not even certain she is a Skull. I've no idea as to what blood made her.
What is a Skull, in fact, in your honest opinion?
The progeny of a vampire, disavowed by her maker. Perhaps a fruitless branch of a noble tree. A word used to enslave us. I cannot say.
You mentioned that vampire blood has tremendous potency. You believe it to be stronger than your own?
The vampire's sweet blood. That rich, dark wine that we crave. For it made us, and it can sustain us.
I thank you for your time, madam. I must go back to Hampton now.
Your kindness has been ample payment, Ekon. To protect us, I'll close the access to our hideout, but you can use our shortcut to reach Mr. Hampton's shelter. Just follow the arrows.
Thank you, old Bridget. I hope we'll meet again.
Ok. Ça va mettre par là.
The vampire hunters will never find us here. We're at your mercy. Will you end us?
D'accord, c'était ça pour rien, ok. J'ai fait au hasard. Ah oui, c'est vrai que j'ai toujours pas trouvé le mec caché dans les égouts. Hein. Merde. Comment zapper?
It's locked.
Est-ce que je peux repasser par là? Voilà, maintenant c'est fermé. que je suis là, si je peux éviter de revenir pour juste ça. Alors 60 mètres. Passe.
Are you all right, sir? What are you doing here?
I could ask you the same question. Don't you know this is a quarantine zone?
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. I'm investigating the epidemic. You had better get to a safe place while you still can.
Oh, really? Well, go investigate somewhere else and leave me be.
I beg your pardon?
I said go. Leave me alone, sir.
Rodney, you're the man who killed that gang member, are you not? Is that why you are hiding in this godforsaken place?
Yes, I did. I did not even know his name.
Then why did you kill him?
That arsehole always mocked me for the color of my skin. Usually I let it go. But not that night. We fought. He died.
Vous pouvez pas réussir toujours, vous n'avez pas l'âme d'un meurtrier.
Unfortunately, I have met several murderers during my lifetime. You don't look like them. I can tell you're no cold-blooded killer.
You're right, sir. At first it was just a simple argument between us. But the man had a bad fall.
Believe me, Rodney, you won't survive here long. No matter what... You did. You must go back to where you used to live.
I'll go back to the docks then. But if I die, remember that the blood of Rodney Grader will be on your hands.
Ah oui, c'est tout. D'accord. Et il y a quoi ici, de ce côté-là?
It's locked, all right.
Bon, mais ça c'est fait. On va pouvoir aller retourner voir l'autre là. Suivre les flèches. Attends, non. Non, c'était pas là pour sortir.
It's locked, all right.
Toujours, est-ce qu'il n'y aurait pas des clés qui traînent là? Non. Ah bah oui, on a vu juste derrière.
Welcome back, Dr. Reed. Would you like to take communion with me now?
Sean, are you eating raw flesh?
It is the sacred flesh of the mortal lamb. Our Lord's bountiful transmutation for the sustenance of his believers. Thank you, Lord. I am your most humble servant.
So, true to your word, you waited for my return.
I told you, Dr. Reed, I was a man to be trusted. Did you have words with the poor Harriet?
Protéger les mortels et les scales. Je sais bien où tu es.
This shelter is the tip of the iceberg. You hide your game well, I'll give you that.
We are God's children, Dr. Reed, one and all, and he's determined to save us.
Harriet, Miss Jones, has been behaving in a most violent manner. She's going to need special attention.
That's precisely the reason I brought her here. To meet old Bridget. She's the guide Harriet requires.
Who is this old Bridget?
I don't know, Doctor. She rarely speaks of her past, but I know she has a long one. She's likely the oldest soul in the city.
Harriet is possessed by her hatred. You cannot let her roam free. She's dangerous.
She has joined her own kind, Doctor. Old Bridget is a saint to the younger Scals, guiding them to salvation and peaceful existence.
I believe I've learned all I need to know. I'm certain you've killed no one, but one day I believe you'll cross the line.
Logic is a false prophet. Faith is the only path to salvation.
What do you mean?
We have been blessed with God's eternity. We are the instruments of his divine will. We shall feed the hungry forever and ever. Amen.
Je pense que je pourrais même pas le tuer, parce qu'il faut 6. Piller. On va vous faire confiance, j'ai du mal à vous suivre.
I will strive to emulate your merciful nature, Sean, but it's a difficult pledge to make.
Give yourself over to God, Doctor. Expel your urges and kneel before the Lord in praise.
These urges. You know the hunger will never be satisfied.
I've come to embrace the everlasting craving. I have sworn to feed only upon the flesh of the dead.
La tête est trop grosse par rapport
It is now my sacrament. Take, eat. This is my body. So saith the Lord.
Je n'ai pas confiance.
I really would like to believe your fairy tale. The good ghoul feeding upon the flesh of the dead. But I'm all out of innocence.
Do you question my faith, Dr. Reed?
Do you remember William? Oh, how his admiration for you was exceeded only by his hunger.
May his soul rest in peace.
A night will come, and you will suffer the same hunger. Someone who trusts you completely, a friend, will die never to wake.
You confuse your voracious appetite with my itchy hunger. I would never kill a friend, nor an innocent.
I believe you've discovered our defining difference.
No! No! Ah! I did. Ah!
J'ai peut-être fait une erreur quand même. C'est possible que j'ai fait une erreur là. Et c'est vrai que j'avais du mal à lui faire confiance lui. En plus il mange de la chair humaine et tout là. sacrificier. Mot de charme. Détail clé. Conséquence de vos gestes. Et alors? Pourquoi tu fais pas bouger? Ah, la manette s'est déconnectée. Qu'est-ce que c'est que c'est? Ou alors c'est un bug du jeu. Mais non. Mais non, seule la manette. Ah ouais. Ah ouais, elle fonctionnait. Ça a merdé. La souris, là, je ne sais plus. Je sais pas ce qui est arrivé. J'aurais pas dû déconnecter, reconnecter. J'ai 3 de chat. Ah, je l'ai tué. J'ai tué 2 piliers. Ouh. Celui-là, il est critique. Les personnes qui pensent peut-être pas dû tuer. Ils sont tous malades.
Another corpse thrown in the streets. Someone's playing a very sick game.
Ça se trouve, c'est pas lui là.
I know this brooch. This is my mother's. A birthday gift from father.
Ouais. Ah, ici, elle est là. C'est important, hein, probablement utiliser pour ouvrir un coffre ou une malle. Ah oui, mais j'aurais pu faire ça, tiens. J'ai pas pensé à
29 Pretty Orchard Street. That's near Poplar's district. Why would this man carry off my mother's brooch? I must go there.
Glad to see you again, Mr. Reed.
Vous avez vu ce qui s'est passé?
Did you see what happened?
No. I was coming back to the shelter from work when I heard an awful scream, and there was this man, dead, just in front of the building.
You saw nothing at all?
No, I told you, just that awful woman's scream.
A woman's scream? Are you sure?
Of course. It was terrifying. I thought it was my sister, so I ran. But it was a man I've never seen round here before.
Lottie, tell me about the Wet Boot Boys. I know they've threatened you.
Edwina Cox wanted me to provide her with information about Mr. Hampton's resources. I refused.
Is that not dangerous?
Fuck them and their lies. They claim they protect the interests of the neighborhood, but they are just greedy parasites like all the rest.
J'ai entendu la manette qui sera connectée. Non, ah si.
I respect your courage, Miss Paxton, and I hope life will never wear you down.
Dr. Reed, you know how to make a girl blush. I am glad you came to the docks, whatever your real reasons are.
Goodbye, Miss Paxton.
You again? What do you want?
I've identified the men who stole from you. You were right. They were members of some self-proclaimed militia.
I knew it! Did you find the money, too?
Yes. Here it is. They thought they could finance their activities with it.
I never thought a man like you would be kind enough to... I misjudged you. Badly. Well... Thank you, sir.
Will you give the money back to your comrades, then?
Fuck those bastards who fired me. I'll give the money to Miss Gillingham. Her son Jack was a friend of mine. He was killed recently.
Ok, un bulletin de guerre qui est terminé.
Did you see what just happened?
No, I didn't. And I don't care.
Really? Why is that?
Because this sexist pig is one of the 4 men who blacklisted me. Good riddance, if you ask me.
I know you were friends with Miss Gillingham's son, Jack. Tell me about his death.
Jack's murder has been a shock to the neighborhood. A sign that the situation is now out of control.
Why is that?
There has always been tension between the Wet Boot Boys and members of the trade union. But a murder? That's a first.
Why does that upset you so much?
I wish I had found the time and words to tell him how important he was to me before it was too late. Another failure for Giselle Paxton.
Who killed him?
No one will ever know. One thing is certain. While Jack was alive, I had one less reason to drink.
Well, I'll leave you for now. Goodbye, Miss Paxton. Good evening, Mr. Throgmorton.
Dr. Reed, can I be of any assistance? Have you noticed anything suspicious lately?
Did you see what happened to him?
Actually, yes. He was thrown from the roof like a vulgar log.
Who could have done that?
Who? Well, a vampire, of course. Look, bite marks on the neck and lacerations here. There is definitely a vampire close by.
Why is it that you sound so afraid?
You didn't see it. He was dead before he hit the ground. The strength required to do such a thing, well, it beggars belief.
You've never faced, let alone killed, a vampire Ichabod. You're a fraud.
No, I'm not. I may embellish the truth concerning my achievements, but I'm totally dedicated to my quest.
You have courage, Mr. Throgmorton. Perhaps that is all one requires to face the demons.
Thank you, Dr. Reed. You'll see. One day I'll find and kill one of these monstrosities with my own 2 hands.
Ah, j'ai perdu un indice. C'est pas grave.
Goodbye, and good hunting, Mr. Throgmorton.
Un quartier de... Donc moi, ce que je vais faire... Oh là, se reposer pour évoluer. Ah bah tiens. Oula, oula, oula. Alors là... Attends. Je vais aller me reposer et sauvegarder. On aura un petit peu avancé dans la quête principale. Quelques quêtes annexes. Alors j'ai 5000. Presque 1000. Et voilà. Bon, par contre. Comme je disais, j'ai peut-être fait une connerie. Ils sont tous chiés d'être mal. Bon, ça va. Ouais. Ouais, c'est surtout de la fatigue. Pareil. Critique. Ouais, il va falloir faire un tour des quartiers pour les soigner, je pense. Et encore ça va, mais ces deux-là, là, il va falloir les... La prochaine fois, il va falloir... il n'est pas remplacé. Je sens que ça va être bientôt le bordel. Je retraverse tout pour aller à l'hôpital par contre. Ok. Bon, ben, sur ce, je vais ramasser toutes les personnes qui sont passées en direct ou en replay. Et je vous donne rendez-vous demain pour de prochains lives. Merci à tous et à bientôt.